On New Year's Day 2008 in Irving, Texas, teens Amina and Sarah went out with their father Yaser for dinner and never returned home. This is the case of Amina and Sarah Said. Yaser Abdel Said was born in Sinai, Egypt on January 28, 1957. In 1983, he came to the United States on his student visa. In February of 1987, at age 30, Said married Patricia Tissy Owens, who was 15 years old. The couple had 3 children: Islam, born in 1988, Amina, born in 1989, and Sarah in 1990. Said also had another daughter with another woman in 1987. Working as a taxi driver, eventually gained citizenship in 1997, making him a permanent resident. Yaser abused Sarah and Amina all their lives. Terrible things, including physical and sexual abuse. The girls would show up to school with bruises. Sarah told one of her friends online, Yaser treats her like a whore. Yaser would stalk the girls. He was always watching them, videotaping their every move, even sleep. The girls were afraid to get phones because they thought he'd bug them. Yaser would pull the girls out of school randomly, move, and start over somewhere else. Amina started dating a boy named Joseph Marino from her taekwondo class. They mostly talked over text. They couldn't hang out much because Amina feared Yaser would be watching her every move with binoculars. The two would also send handwritten notes to each other during the day between classes at school. That ended the day Yaser found one. When confronted about the note, Amina lied and told him that she had an imaginary boyfriend because she wanted to know what it was like to have a real one. This didn't fly with Yaser. He didn't buy it. He then moved the family to Louisville, Kentucky. A few days before the murders, Sarah, Amina, and their mom, Tissy, went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Amina and Sarah, ecstatic to be getting away from Yaser, finally, are being played by their mom, Tissy. She was in contact with Yaser the whole time. She forced the two to return to Yaser on New Year's Day 2008. Amina's boyfriend at the time, Edgar Ruiz, said she knew she was going to die. Amina's last words to Ruiz were she'd never see him again. In an email from December 21, 2007, brought into evidence, Amina Said told the teacher that she and her sister planned to run away. She said that they didn't want to live by the culture of their father, who was born in Egypt, nor did they want arranged marriages as he planned. Her father, she said, had made our lives a nightmare. On January 1st, 2008, Yaser told Tissy he wanted to take the girls out to eat. He told her she couldn't come because he wanted to talk to them in private. Said then drove the girls to Irving, where he shot Amina twice, once in the chest, killing her instantly, and he shot Sarah 9 times. At 7:30, Sarah, in her final moments, made a call to 911.
What's going on, ma'am?
I'm dying, that's what's up.
Irving Fire Department. Ma'am, are you still there? Ma'am, are you still there?
After a few minutes, a stranger passing by sees the 2 lifeless bodies outside of a Dallas hotel and calls police for help. Said, however, was nowhere to be found. This would be the start of a 12-year hunt and make Said in the top 10 of the FBI's most wanted list. How Said escaped the murders that day exactly is unknown, but Tissy and Said's son Islam and brother Yasin have been speculated to be involved. Many believe the motive for the killings is that Yaser didn't like it that his daughters were adopting to the American culture and dating American boys, which is outside their faith. Many have also dubbed this case the honor killings. After 9 years of being on the run, on August 17, 2017, an important tip came in about Said's whereabouts. A maintenance worker from the complex reported he saw someone matching Yaser's description. Islam talked to the police that day, citing an issue, likely with Yaser. By the time police got there, they were gone. A few years go by, and in August of 2020, Said is reported to be living in Justin, Texas. Police have his location under 24/7 surveillance. While this was going on, police saw Islam and Yasin going to and from the house. On August 26, 2020, Yaser, along with Islam and Yasin, were all captured. Islam Said aided his fugitive father, Yaser, with hiding out all those years. Islam was sentenced to 10 years in prison for the crime. Yasin, Yaser's brother, also helped Yaser hide and evade capture for over 12 years. He helped Yaser secure places to stay in Bedford and Justin, Texas. With Yasin and Islam helping Yaser, it prolonged not just his capture, but also the justice for Amina, Sarah, and their family. During the summer of 2022, Said had his trials. He says he didn't kill the girls. Asked why he hid for 12 years, he responded because he thought the media was against him in a certain way and he wouldn't get a fair trial because of it. Said took the stand, telling the courtroom that on the night of the murders, he just wanted to take his daughters out for dinner. But someone was following the car, so he thought he was being targeted. So he stopped at an Irving transit center and gave the daughters the car, making him not with them at the time of their murder. Also stated, if the FBI did their work, they would know. But they were looking for Yaser Said, and they did not do what they have to do. With overwhelming evidence against Said, from his daughter's 911 call stating he did it, to the bullet holes on the girls' shirts and numerous red flags leading up to the horrific event. On August 9th, 2022, Yaser Said was found guilty for the murder of his two daughters. He received an automatic life sentence at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice without the possibility of parole.